Hello one and all, and welcome back to another Ice Queendom discussion. I'm your only mate, and with me as always is...
This is Max if you trade, who's very sleepy. How are you guys doing today? I can't hear you, but I'll assume you're doing pretty good. Alright? Okay, cool. Oh! Sleep makes sense because we're going to be talking about dreams. Whoa! Whoa! It all works. Okay, yep. Intentional. Outplayed, universe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny we're doing this not too long after you wake up, as opposed to not long after I wake up.
Yeah.
Although I'm going to sleep immediately after we do this, so...
Yeah,
ties into that too.
Yeah, it's usually the other way. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, is there anything we gotta say before we just talk about this?
No, let's just talk about this.
Okie dokie.
So we got Ruby waking up in a very weird place, covered with snow, and the sky is all purple, and it looks like it sort of has the Schnee symbol.
It sort of does. It's like hanging up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's just warped.
Yeah. You know, I find it interesting. You know, when we saw Weiss in Atlas, it didn't seem particularly snowy at the time.
Well, I mean, it was just her house.
I guess so. I don't know. It's just interesting, because it's like, you know, everybody associates Weiss with ice and the snow, and I don't know, because, like, considering it didn't seem all that terribly snowy at her home, then it kind of comes off to me as if, like, even she thinks of herself that way. I don't know. Anyway.
You know what? Maybe this is what starts the whole, like, and that's why they call you the Ice Queen.
Maybe.
Like, because they go in her dream, and it's like, wow, it's nothing but snow and ice.
How about that? Oh, yeah, I guess so. What do you know? It filled in that gap. Go figure.
Was that... Do you reckon that was intentional?
I have absolutely no idea. It's impossible to tell what's intentional or what's unintentional with any given property.
Yeah.
If it were me, and someone asked, I'd say yes, it was, and I'd say that like a liar.
Just eyes darting back and forth.
Like, as a matter of fact, yes, I am very clever. Thank you. And Ruby is wearing her new outfit. It is snow themed. She is all bundled up and ready for snow time days, and it is adorable. She is adorable.
Yeah.
I like everything, and she's happy because she's got snowboard Crescent Rose. It's different, but the same.
That's just cool.
It is. That's a happy picture of Ruby. I like it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've brought this up, but I guess I will now. Either way, I find it funny that the intro, all of the clips in it, not a single one of them is not from one of the first 3 recap episodes.
Yeah, they don't show a single shot of the dream.
Like, at all, and I'm curious as to why, but there you go.
Well, I don't know, maybe if it was like a case they didn't expect people to have watched RWBY, then it's like, don't want to give that away.
I guess.
But then again, it's in the marketing and the trailers.
Yeah.
It's like...
Can Ruby snowboard? I guess she must be able to.
Yeah, she might have hobbies.
I know, but like, I guess it does kind of. No, it did snow. It snowed where she lived, so I guess it's not impossible.
Yeah. Who knows, maybe she got it from just like... Maybe she and Yang went sledding when they were kids, and perhaps Ruby decided to stand up one time and have a makeshift snowboard.
There you go. So here's a question.
You know what? Headcanon accepted.
There you go, sure. Here's another question. Remember how we had that talk about, you know, wondering if, like, hunters and huntresses had to, like, take a design course to come up with their logo and then go to a place to get that logo printed on their clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
I get that this is, you know, dreamland and everything, so, you know, it doesn't really follow logic or anything, but I just find it incredibly interesting that, you know, Ruby's snow hat has RWBY branding on it. When in actuality, the answer is somebody was designing this outfit and was like, oh, this would look cool, and then they added it, and didn't think any further into it.
I mean, this outfit was on the Good Smile store at one point.
Well, that's adorable.
Well, at least the coat and the, bag were.
Okay, well,
I don't know about the hat.
They should sell the hat. I want the hat. Sell the snowboard, too. I don't give a damn. Ruby comes up to a big old, crazy old sign, and she's all confused by it.
Yeah, it's like, stop. And this thing, and this thing, and this thing. It's pointing in every direction.
It do be doing that, it's true.
That don't make no sense.
And she says it reminds her of Weiss, and I'm over here thinking, you think Weiss is that spindly? How dare you?
How does, when has Weiss ever, pointed at everything at once?
Exactly. Ruby is talking nonsense is what she's doing. Silly ass girl.
Also, this is a dream world, Ruby. Things are gonna be weird.
Well, to be fair, it's the first time in a dream. She's learning.
Yeah, true.
She has pockets full of coins. Magic parking meters.
Should also mention, she looks down the cliff and sees a train track.
It's true, she do.
Oh my god. She's in Mementos.
The Fresh Maker.
Why does that always happen?
I don't know. Stop saying it.
Probably. That'll be the only time.
Alright. Anyway, the magic parking meter turns into a magic payphone.
Yeah, remember when I told you about the coins last time?
Yeah. And we learned that the coins are capable of doing a lot of things. And they're basically just kind of magical thingamadoos that can almost do pretty much anything you want. But you only have so many.
Yeah.
And Ruby is going to just use way too many. But we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, it's Ruby. If anyone was going to, I would expect it to be her.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not just any Ruby. It's Volume 2 Ruby, who's impulsive
That's
as
true.
hell. That girl did not plan things out that well. Anyway,
She'll get that,
though. Yeah, she calls Shion. It's like, yo, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, hey, yo, a train.
Yeah, I like how there's a moment where it's just like... hang on, I skipped over the line.
You fool!
She was saying, is there, yeah, she's saying to Shion, there's some tracks. Train tracks. And Shion asks, is there anything on the tracks? She's just like, what do you mean? Ruby, it's a train track! What do you expect?
Yes, but it's also a dream. I don't know. It could be it could be a cat bus. We don't know.
True.
A lot of things. All right, get off Ruby's case. She's new to this.
Yeah.
Do not bully the Ruby.
Yeah, this isn't me bullying Ruby. It's just an attempt at being funny.
Your only mate, professional Ruby bullier. Disgusting. Anyway, yeah, a train gets attacked by very bestial White Fang members.
Yeah, who are basically a combination of, Grimm in this world.
Yeah, they're basically fused.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this time, in this place, Weiss would fuse the two together. It makes sense. Ruby wants to do something, but Shion is all like, no. You stop that.
Yeah. I love how it's just like, you mustn't intervene, but trains immediately crashed.
Yeah, so it's like even if you did, there wasn't really enough time to do anything.
Just like, I'm gonna step it. No, never mind.
Alright, I guess I'm too slow. But there you go. Also, it is nice that, even though Ruby is in a dream, she's still of the mindset of, I gotta help people.
Yeah.
Even if it might be mostly due to the fact that she seems to kind of forget that she is on occasion. That's just how the Ruby do. She runs off and tries to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah, I only just thought of this. Shion says, keep an eye out for clues.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking to myself, could you imagine if Zwei was in here with her?
Of course. Dream Dog.
The dream was why it would just be Scooby-Doo.
Basically.
Like, he'd just be able to talk.
Yeah, there you go.
Where's that fan art?
The most dignified posh accent you've ever heard. RWBY also knows how to make doors of teleportation. So that's pretty nifty, I must say.
Yeah.
Then she finds the big wall. She flies through it. You know, in retrospect, it's kind of funny how RWBY thought that her semblance was super speed when she uses it to fly.
And later on, split into 3 and reform.
I know.
Like,
It's interesting. It's like, do you think that's... Being super fast doesn't give you the ability to do either of those things, RWBY. She is a goober.
yeah, she is.
But she is a friend, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there are so many ding-dang thorns all over the place. RWBY gets lost immediately. She's not a fan of mazes. And probably puzzles in general, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Isn't that like a thing with mazes, just always stick to the left? Or
I don't know.
something?
I don't go to enough mazes.
I just remember hearing that's a trick to solving a maze. You just always follow the left wall.
Maybe? I have no idea.
Hmm.
We'll have to consult a maze master. Anyway, RWBY says mazes are for nerds and just jumps to the top and cheats because she's a cheater pants that way.
She would absolutely be Bart in that one Treehouse of Horror episode. Just chainsaw a hole through it.
That's easier. Like nuts to that.
Yeah.
And then we cut back to real lands, and Weiss is all tangled up in the pink yarn.
Well, she's not really tangled up. She's just lying on
All
top of it.
tangled up in the pink yarn.
Yep. And it's here that we have the only scene featuring Blake and Yang.
Yep, savor it.
Oh, I will.
Enjoy every tiny little bit of it.
I have one other thing later.
Womp womp. But yeah, RWBY is asking for more advice, and she's going to be doing that a lot. She is burning through them coins.
Yeah. You know, you know what? I've only just thought about this. Might have been a good idea to talk to Pura and the rest of Team Juniper.
Yeah, you know, it's like, hey, so what to expect, you know? But we do learn that the coins are what take up Shion's aura, so that's why you only get so many. Don't waste them. RWBY maliciously wastes them.
Yeah, if you run out of coins and Shion runs out of aura, ooh, things won't be good for you.
Indeed. Also, please sell these little tiny ornament thingies. I want a Weiss, it's cute! Hang it from my ceiling, I'll do it.
I want the same with the Blake one, which we will get next episode.
And, oh, well, there you go.
I believe.
Look at them, they're so cute. Made out of, I can only assume they're made out of yarn. I don't know. But, yeah, so, you know, RWBY's just asking for more, like, she's just kind of wandering around hoping for the best and not 100% sure what she's attempting to do. Maybe not the best scout, but, you know, she's doing her best.
Okay, I kind of want to call out Yang here.
Oh, do you?
Because, okay, after Shion explains, like, oh, RWBY's deeper in the nightmare than I thought, Yang asks, what if we all fought the nightmare together, like we all did in John's dream?
But,
Yang, you weren't in there!
Or was she? No.
Like...
She was there for moral support.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. Look, it's probably just a slight fumble of a line.
Yeah. It's also just an opportunity of me making a joke.
But so, you know, basically, they apparently it's not time for Yang and Blake to be in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, RWBY's just scouting ahead.
Yeah, I suppose. Now they're showing Weiss all covered in the crickle cracks. I don't like that.
Well, Shion's explaining that the nightmare is burrowed deep into her heart.
I don't like that.
And what I don't like is Blake being sad. Because she's like, man, I can't believe I didn't see it. Like,
and
I've just been thinking about myself this whole time.
To be fair, I feel like, yeah, they probably should have noticed the thing on her neck.
I mean,
but at the same time, I mean, they've been through a lot, so
yeah,
and, you know, it's fine.
Especially Blake with the whole, like, you know, kind of letting it slip and then having to deal with everybody knowing and all this stuff going on.
Yeah. So, but, you know, Yang and Blake are basically all like, man, we suck. We should probably stop sucking so much. And then Osmond's all like, yeah, I don't know, I mean, probably. No, he's just saying we can't go in there, and you guys got to be all, you know, you guys got to be smart, got to be brave, got to do the thing. You got this, because we can't do it. You got to be a good friend to the Weiss.
Yeah, which they are.
I mean, okay, this is the one and only time I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, yes, they are good friends to Weiss. In the actual canon, in this version, I have a hard time believing they'd even be allowed inside Weiss's brain. But we're not gonna focus on that.
There's a detail I'm gonna call out when we get to a certain point that kind of messes with this, but I'll save that.
Alright, okay.
Blake still has doubts, but Yang's will, hey, we'll save Weiss no matter what, because we're awesome. And this motivates Blake, which, yay.
On a score of not very to really heckin', how cute do you think that scene was?
Well, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
My B bias makes me want to say heckin'.
I see. Okay.
So I'm gonna say that.
Yep, follow your heart.
Just like those two should do.
Voila! Why are you like this?
You set me up for it.
I did. So look, I want to bring him up. I gotta bring up my friend. I gotta bring up Nightstar because when we were watching this together for the first time, his reaction to RWBY's line. It's just, she looks at the stack of coins in her hand and it's just like, yeah, I'll just use one more here. I got a bunch. His reaction was just like, RWBY, why are you like this? You're gonna run out. It was all caps. It was funny as hell.
I mean, to be fair, she does have a lot.
I know, but she's burning through them.
Yeah.
She is using them so often. It's like, we're like, oh, I'm sure that's not going to play a factor in anything.
And then she uses her semblance to get down off the wall, and let's be real, she's basically an Attack on Titan.
Kinda. It's got the big wall. It's got the Boldens. Yeah.
There's more stuff coming later that will add to this. Like,
yes.
I won't say what yet, but
also, I don't know if you know this, but Jacques sees you. He's everywhere, and he do be staring. He'd be kind of a creep that way.
Yeah. I just have one more thing I want to say just to RWBY in regards to the whole Attack on Titan thing.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. RWBY, if you see her go with a red scarf, she will help you. just don't bring up that you know a cat girl. For the love of God.
Never do that. Never do that. Big Nicholas.
Yeah, get used to hearing that.
Big Nicholas. So say it the robots. Also, RWBY murders a robot, apologizes, sees more robots, says, yo, man, I said I'm sorry.
I mean, RWBY would.
Yeah. And then we learn the gun is backwards.
Yep, and because I watched the sub, I know a little something, but I'm not gonna say.
Dang straight you won't. And now we learn another thing that the coins can do. They can create what is apparently Balloon RWBY.
Yeah, I was thinking about this after we recorded the last episode and everyone was saying what the coins do. Yeah, I totally left this out as a surprise for you. Not because
okay.
I forgot.
Oh.
You can't prove anything.
I get you. Alright, I see. Alright. So, yeah, Balloon RWBY, which is the perfect scientific fusion of adorable and weird.
It really is.
Yeah, like, it's cute, but it's also off-putting. I don't know. Like, you just know if this show had even more of a budget, she'd have much more wiggly limbs. Regardless,
Yeah,
Balloon RWBY is a good decoy. She runs off.
Yeah.
And just says words. Very good.
Yeah, and this isn't much of a spoiler because we know they're gonna go in like the next episode. There will be Balloon Blake and Balloon Weiss. I mean, Balloon Yang.
Blake.
Sorry.
Yang, Blake and Yang. I wish there was a Balloon Weiss. Put that in the merch store. I don't care if it looks weird. I'll buy it.
You know, I was thinking about this. If this got another season, like, that could end up being a thing.
Like, just another season, basically. You rename the entire thing to RWBY Dream Warriors.
I mean, there is an idea I've heard for this, but I can't really talk about it until after we finished Ice Queendom.
Well, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
RWBY tries to scale a wall, but big old thorns say no. And then the loudspeakers pop up off the wall, and they said unauthorized item in bagging area. And RWBY is not allowed.
Do not remind me of that.
Sorry, I forgot.
Sorry.
You work in retail. You would get that.
At one of my old jobs, I worked on the self-scan area like all the time.
Oof.
And the amount of times I heard that. Also, side tangent, people are dumb.
I know.
Like, the amount of times there were card-only signs on those things, and I kept getting asked if they take cash.
Yeah, reading comprehension.
The sign is eye level!
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Anyway, it's okay. So, in Weisselvania, which is what I'm going to call this place,
That's a good
apparently... Yeah, exactly. You're apparently not allowed to unauthorizedly use your semblance. Yeah. So RWBY's gonna have a bit of a hard time scaling all those walls.
Surprised you haven't commented who's on the speaker system.
Well, that's because of the... hang on. Okay, I listened to the voice. And I think I'm being stupid, or I'm very tired. What?
It's winter.
Yeah, I thought it was winter, but the way that the way you said all that made me feel like it's like, wait, am I being stupid? I thought it was winter. He's making it sound like it's something more special than that.
Okay, so honestly, when I was watching the sub of this, I'm not used to the Japanese cast, so I had no idea that was meant to be winter.
Well, how would you?
And then in this, I hear Elizabeth Maxwell, and I'm just like, oh, that's who it was. Okay. You know what? That makes sense now.
We'll get into more symbolisms in a little later. As RWBY do be trying to figure stuff out. And when RWBY doesn't know what to do, what does she do? I'll tell you what she does. Waste another coin!
Well, it's to pull up a map so she knows where she's going.
And then she learns, dingle-dangs. It's a map of only the places I've been.
Yep, welcome to video game logic, RWBY.
Yes. You only know about places you've been. That's it. Unless you find a map on the floor.
Just like in Persona.
Alright, a lot of things, but yeah, no. The longer this goes on, especially in a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
oh no, even after this, we're gonna get so much more Persona-like stuff.
So much. Anyway, the map decides to peace out, but apparently RWBY's scroll works perfectly fine in this world, so that's handy. Takes a photo of the map.
She's all, that building big. I should probably go to it.
Yeah, that building big, it probably important. So she follows the drone worker people.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, Dream World, so logic is kind of out the window. It's just funny how, like, she's apparently able to just blend in no problem. She looks nothing like these workers at all.
Yeah, she sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. And RWBY getting some context for how terrible of a father Shock is.
Yep, all before they interact 0 times.
Yeah, they never interact at any point before Shock dies.
And to be fair, it just means RWBY is spared of having to deal with him.
I mean, to be fair, I imagine at some point or another, Weiss probably talks about him.
Yeah, like maybe in Volume 7, like off screen.
Yeah, like I sincerely doubt she would never mention anything about her extended family to her teammates and best friends.
Speaking of extended family, here's Whitley, and he's a bat.
He is a bat.
For some reason.
He is Batman. No, I guess he'd be more Man-Bat. Yeah, that works better.
But tiny.
Yes, he's still Whitley. And then Balloon Ruby, no! Taken down in her prime.
No.
Oh, you will be missed, Balloon Ruby. And your incredibly derpy face. Oh.
Seriously, how long before those are in a store?
I don't know, but I want them. I just, look, I don't care. Man, slap anything you want on anything, and I'll pretty much get it at this point. But yeah, no, Whitley Bat, he's apparently pretty smart. He's like, ooh, look at that decoy. I better go tell people about this, because I'm a little tattletale. Off I go. Like, god damn you. RWBY pretends to be a factory worker.
Yeah, and in this factory, we finally get something akin to hi-ho, hi-ho. It took almost a decade and a side series, but hey, there you go. They finally did a hi-ho joke. Also, this RWBY working at a factory thing reads like it's almost supposed to be a joke, but not quite gets there. And I'm wondering, Mr. Your Only Mate, Mr. Guy, you, I gotta ask, does Ice Queendom have any jokes in it? From what I remember, yes.
Okay. I mean, I have to think about it, and I want to say yes, so that means none of them were particularly super duper memorable, but yeah, okay, yeah. that's foreboding.
Anyway, RWBY's all, I've had enough of this job.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a robot!
Ah! I mean, that's what happens when you quit your job. Robots come talk to you about it. It's Klein again. Klein is a lot of things.
Yeah, so you're gonna learn this, like, as we go through this, dream world. All of Klein's personalities are different entities.
Well, there you go. Makes sense. Klein's important to Weiss.
Yeah. This robot in particular introduces himself to RWBY as Happy Klein, one of the 7 butlers.
There you go. He sort of helps RWBY out a little bit. She gets the heck out of there and into a dust shop. Oh wait, no, she's not. She wants to go to the dust shop, but first she has to talk to Door Klein.
Yeah,
Creepy Door Klein.
Yeah, this is one of the weirder sides of the dream world to me. It's just the talking doors.
So, like, this place is... I was gonna say part, Alice in Wonderland, part Persona, but then I remembered there was an entire level in a Persona game based on Alice in Wonderland, so...
Oh yeah, there was.
So I guess it all kind of works, doesn't it?
Yeah, very true. Also, well, Volume 9 were meant to be in the Alice in Wonderland place.
Indeed. And then John is there, and so is Nora and Ren, and they're making noises.
Yeah, so this is the silly jail.
They are the sillies. Okay. Listen. Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. So, I had to be reassured on this possibility. So, and I choose to believe this to be the truth, because otherwise, oof. Basically, this is more than just Weiss's perceptions of people. Like, she doesn't exclusively think of Jean, Nora, and Ren as complete and total mindless idiots.
Nah.
It's also a combining factor of basically it's her perception sort of fused with what her family instills as her perceptions and values.
Mostly shock, but
yes, obviously, little Whitley in there too. But you get what I mean. So it's not. It's easy to look at certain things and how things work inside this dream, and think that, oh, well, what the hell, Weiss? Why you all like that? That's messed up. When dreams are weird, man. They're irrational. They don't make a lot of sense. And dang it, man, Weiss is going through a lot of trauma, so her brain is full of gunk.
Yeah.
Get off her back.
Also, yeah, this is literally just like a Persona Palace.
It very much is.
Yeah. I also want to call out a detail that kind of messes with some of the... the whole, like, people have to be close to Weiss or there won't be a them in this world. Yeah, Weiss caught in there.
I was literally about to bring that up. I'm pretty sure it's just meant to be... Okay, look. You don't see a ton of people in there, but I think the implication is that that's basically just kinda where she put the majority of other students.
I mean, it could also just be a little gag. It's just like, Cardin in jail.
Yeah, so I mean, that's probably part of it, or they just, they had designs, so they used it. Another thing that is worth bringing up is I'm pretty sure Weiss has literally never spoken to Nora or Ren at this point in the timeline, so the fact that they're there is also kind of odd.
I mean, sure. You know what, I'm only just realizing this would have been an amazing moment to sneak in Team Coffee.
That's true.
That would have been neat.
That would have been, but they didn't.
Oh well.
Also, I guess I have a question, but I'll ask it when it becomes relevant in a later episode. Okay. I'll just say that it's really weird seeing Team Juniper meowing.
Yeah.
So they'd stop. Why are they the only ones doing it? Why is no one else in the cell doing it?
Well, because they're the three that were important.
I mean, yes, but also, why?
I mean, do you want this scene to be just everyone meowing and Klein's just trying to say stuff? Ruby's like, what?
Yeah, I get that. It's just, I don't understand why they're doing it. It's just weird. It's weird. Ruby's in a dust shop. Shadow people making their comeback. Except now they're real shadow people.
Because they're on the walls.
Yeah, and they're muttering things.
One says something I don't like, and I'm glad she immediately leaves.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Yeah, well, I get chills thinking about you being close. Boom! That's what I have to say to you.
You're a dork. Anyway.
Big Nicholas!
Big Nicholas. Anyway, Ruby.
Seriously, get used to hearing that.
I'm trying! Anyway, so Ruby is still basically just kind of meandering about. Not 100% sure what's going on or how she's supposed to do much of anything, but she's doing her best. Throwing more coins!
Unbeknownst to her, there is a bat.
Yep. Whitley bat. And now...
this is all you.
Yeah, okay, so we've got Shadow Weiss. Alright, and here's the thing. This is where the mild Persona vibes become full-on, goddamn them some Persona vibes all up in here, because this is literally, by every known metric, Shadow Weiss. Now, if you don't know, which would be weird if you are on either of our channels and wouldn't know this, but okay.
Primarily Max's.
Primarily, yes, but you bring it up enough for it to be relevant. Here's the thing about Shadow versions of characters. Shadows are basically repressed feelings and emotions and aspects of yourself that you try to hide, even from yourself, all personified into a body and then exaggerated by a factor of about 50 billion. So, negative Weiss, although I'm just gonna call her Shadow Weiss.
Yeah, it also just rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah, just give her the, like, I almost feel like they went with negative Weiss specifically because Shadow Weiss would just make it too obvious. It's like oh, we'll wear her yellow eyes. Anyway.
Do you imagine they do that and then Atlas are just like, funny enough, Atlas.
Yeah, I was
just like, hey.
Hey.
Stop
doing a crime over there, you. Anyway, point is, Negative Weiss, or Shadow Weiss as I will call her,
or
is basic.
Or
yes.
Nega Weiss.
I guess. True. I like Shadow Weiss. It's just
yeah, Shadow Weiss works the best, I think.
So basically, what Shadow Weiss is, at least from everything I can tell from this and the scene and what I assume is going to be going forward, is what Weiss is afraid in her heart who she truly is, or who she will ultimately end up becoming. Which is to say, a cog in a dictatorship.
Yeah, and also just what she's afraid that Jacques is basically trying to make her into.
Yeah, basically just kind of a soldier servant, essentially. Now, here's the thing. Is that terrible? Yes. Do I not want that fate for her? Obviously. Am I glad that it obviously does not happen? Absurdly. Does Weiss look really good in that hat? You know it. You know she does.
And that coat that the floating hands take off.
Look, the hat, the coat, the glasses, the everything, flawless. No notes. 10 out of 10. Beautiful. But, anyway. So, she's basically in a big ol' conference room trying to figure out, hey, what's some new... Also, she has Robot Dog.
I don't know whether or not I should say.
Oh, apparently it's a spoiler thing.
Well... It's not a massive, plot point, really.
Okay.
Okay, that's Klein.
Oh, it's one of the Kleins?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, Klein showed up as a robot and as a door. He can be a dog, too. Whatever.
He's also a flame.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
With a face.
Well, how about that? So...
What happened? Wait,
I don't know.
Now I'm wondering, if you blow him out, does he die? Or will he just appear on another candle?
Probably a little of both. He dies a little on the inside. Anyway, Weiss is getting basically a rundown of the goings-ons of the location. And it's like, hey, the train got derailed. And the Shadow Weiss is all like, oh, them white fang, ooh. And then they're like, oh, and then there's also a RWBY running around, and Weiss is all like, what the frick?
I want to just call out a little something beforehand. But,
yes?
Okay, we also glossed over that there's just a shadow of Willow.
Yeah, see, I was going to kind of build up to that.
Oh, sorry.
I was kind of waiting for the rest of the family members to show up so that I could really make it relevant, but alright, if you really just want to throw that out there,
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it for that.
Subtlety out the window. Ugh.
Well, anyway, the thing I really want to touch on for this.
Yes.
Klein mentions the girl in the black garments keeps appearing again and again.
Yes, I heard that. It's true.
And saying it's quite worrying, and Weiss is all, yeah, haven't been able to get my mind off her. I remember when this came out, people thought that was RWBY.
People are stupid.
It's just like...
Yes. RWBY, famous for her black garments.
That's why I interpreted it as, because you know what some people are like online.
Look, here's the thing. If there's anything I know from hadn't watched it, and I saw people comment on stuff, it's that people decided to think everything had something to do with Weiss and RWBY. Every single moment. Every conceivable one. Because people be mad desperate. Whitley Bat!
But yeah, no, girl in black, that's someone else. We'll get to that eventually.
It's true.
Also,
Whitley Bat flies in.
I also just noticed the dog has Klein's mustache.
Yes, it does. All dogs should have mustaches.
That's a weird image. I don't know if I want that.
Your only mate. Not only is he a world-famous RWBY bullier, but now he also discriminates against dog mustaches.
There's actually a chance I might be allergic to dogs.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
Every time I'm around my aunt's Labrador, I just suffer for a day.
That is unfortunate. I'm allergic to cats, but have them anyway. Anyway, Whitley looks like a Pokemon.
He kind of does.
So, I just feel like that's important. And Whitley just sort of flies on in and is all like, hey, you know, sister, what up? I'm full of smarm, and I'm gonna tell you things. And even Shadow Weiss is like, man, shut the hell up over there. Which is just incredibly funny to me.
And meanwhile, Hologram Jock.
Now that there is the majority of the family in this room, now I'll talk about it, Mr. Doesn't Like Subtlety. Alright, so...
To be fair, this franchise isn't subtle about a lot of stuff. Why should we be?
You're not subtle about a lot of stuff! Mostly bees! Anyway, symbolism. So, we're seeing how Weiss basically interprets a lot of her family. Jock is basically an all-seeing dictator that controls the lives of pretty much everybody around him. Whitley is basically just kind of this little stupid little flying bat monster that's always all up in the place. Just wants to get the hell out of here with all that mess, basically. Winter is a book. You might be thinking, well, what the heck is up with a book? Well, here's the thing. We see a little bit more of this in a little bit, but important note. Basically, she sees Winter as an all-knowing, all-seeing tome of knowledge that is infallible and will tell her exactly what she needs to do at any given moment in time. And you know what? At that point in time, that is very much how Weiss saw Winter.
Yeah, it's also just a common thing for, like, I guess, anyone to view their big sibling.
I mean, unless you hate them.
I mean, true.
Sometimes people do that. Shifty eyes.
Anyway.
And lastly, yes. Basically, Aunt what might be the saddest interpretation of any member of her family. She sees her mom as basically just a drunk shadow. Implying that Weiss doesn't really have that great a connection to her in any regard, and just kind of sees her as someone that's way off in the distance, drinking constantly, and also she very noticeably just kind of tries to ignore that it's even there.
Oof.
That's sad.
Yeah, that really
especially because we know how much Willow herself is suffering, and we know that they get better. There's reconciliation.
Yeah,
so that's
there
really
is.
small.
There is. Just remember volumes 7 and 8.
And I try not to think too much about the weird arc comic. That was weird.
Oh
anyway.
yeah, I was trying to remember what you meant.
Yeah, it's not worth getting into. Anyway, Big Jacques is saying, hey, why aren't you doing the thing? And Weiss is all like, hey, I am doing the thing. And Jacques is like, bitch, no, you're not doing the thing. It's like, alright, fine, I guess I'm doing the thing. That's essentially how that boils down. He's a domineering asshole who makes her do things she doesn't want to do. Sigh. I like Weiss a lot, and seeing her in her turmoil like this makes me all kinds of sad. Get out of here, Whitley! God damn it. Also, look, as a point of levity, to get over all of the sadness that is the inside of Weiss's brain, why does Winter, not Winter, but even, like, the Shadow Willow's got a gargantuan butt.
I mean, she does in the actual show.
I know, but 1733. Look at that exact timestamp. You could use that as a freaking table.
Oh yeah.
Screenshot that. What is up with that? Come on.
Yeah, no, this will be one of the images I use.
Like, what? Why is she like that? Anyway, there.
Yeah, I still remember when I first saw, like, just, like, the concept art that they have in the credits, and I look at the actual model in the show, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, did the animators look at that and just be like, needs more butt?
It's like, haha, I slipped it in there as a joke, hoping no one would notice. Anyway,
apparently Schnees and Belladonnas. Like,
yeah. Famed butt havers.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shadow Weiss grabs her all-knowing Book of Winter, and off she goes.
I like all the blue fire.
Yeah. And Ruby is having herself some serious self-doubts. Because that's kind of her whole thing for the first 3 volumes of RWBY.
It really is.
It's like, I don't think Weiss even wants me here. And it's like... And Shion has to explain, yo, have you ever been to, like, a river? And Ruby's all like, well, duh. It's like, so our dreams are like rivers, you know? It's not trying to do you a murder. It just kind of does its own thing. And murder is a bit of a byproduct. But you can't get mad at the river for it. It's not doing it on purpose. Dreams are the exact same way. There's good, there's bad, there's Ruby's legs. That's neat. Because there's like a visualization of a river and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
The point is, out of context, that sounded weird.
No, but it's just like, you know, there's that image of her getting in a river. Don't get in there in your leggings and your shoes.
Exactly.
Like,
you gotta get that stuff off.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd
so
just be silly.
basically, yeah, the thing is, Shion tries to explain to Ruby, and she seems to have great difficulty trying to comprehend the possibility that Weiss isn't deliberately trying to cause harm to Ruby. It's just because dreams be all like that, and you gotta stay strong, and you gotta keep fighting, and you can't let it mess with your brainscape.
Yeah. Although I feel like you could have summed this up by just being like, Ruby, you ever had a dream that just made no sense to you?
I mean, you'd think maybe she's a lucid dreamer.
I mean, possibly. And funny
she's
enough,
maybe she's never experienced nonsense.
Maybe this design is Lucid Dream Ruby.
That is how they define it. It is true. Anyway, Shion gives incredibly good advice, and Ruby's mostly not going to pay a lot of attention to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. She kind of forgets this pretty quick.
Yeah.
Basically, at the end of the day, the biggest takeaway of advice that Shion gives Ruby is, the dream is going to try and manipulate it into thinking and feeling certain ways. Don't let it. Let's see how long it lasts. Ruby runs around the corner and sees she's wanted on all the posters. And you know what? That's fair. She's a popular gal.
Yeah, and we've got like a little description. A short young girl with black and red hair, pale white skin with silver eyes.
That is her.
What?
That is her.
Yeah. 5.2 feet tall, which is... Okay, I can't read the meters. Yeah, she's 5'2".
She's short.
Often seen with a snowboard on her back. Proceed with caution. Do not underestimate her stature. She is armed and is a skilled huntress. Do not attempt unless she is unarmed. Proceed with caution.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Ruby Rose will be paid in cash for the capture of Ruby Rose.
There you go. And then angry flying robot shows up, and then Shadow White shows up, and she's got cool sunglasses. Cool glasses. Ruby thinks that she's found Weiss, and is all like, yay, I found you.
Yeah. I just want to say, I love what they do with Shadow Weiss in this scene. It's just like the echo of just her footsteps.
Yeah, no, it's very ominous.
Yeah, like the slow reveal.
Yeah. It's very foreboding.
I mean, she's borderline the villain of this, so...
And I hate that! I hate that!
Oh.
I don't like villain Weiss.
Okay, when I say villain, it's, well, a kind of sense.
Yeah, it's the byproduct of the Grimm. I get that.
Yeah. Basically, like, well, I'm gonna call back to Persona a lot when we're in the dream world.
I know.
Like, it's like Shadow Naoto is a villain.
Yeah, I know. See, so, at the end of the day, basically, Ruby thinks Weiss, that's what the real deal Weiss, and it's like, yay, I found you, I'm gonna save you. And then Shadow Weiss is all like, you a big dummy dum-dum-dum. And Ruby's all like, my feelings! So much for that advice from Shion. And Ruby basically resolves, I'm gonna save you, and then I'm never gonna talk to you again because I hate your face. Because Ruby do be impulsive all like that.
Yeah, this is early volumes Ruby, alright.
Yep, basically. Also, yeah, Weiss has to consult the big book of winter knowledge. It's like, yes, guilty. Then they have themselves a bit of a kerfuffle.
I like that there's that moment where she like just takes the little coat off. Also, what do you think of Dark Mirtanasta?
I like it. I was gonna bring it up. I was like, man, that's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, that is a cool look for it.
Yeah. Ah, poor Ruby. She's big sad, but I don't know. Maybe she'll figure something out.
Hmm.
And then Weiss blows up a whole ass wall.
Yeah. Okay, I want to comment on this because it's something I realized when I was just watching the sub of this moment.
What's up?
I'm even just getting to it. I'm just letting it play out. So, like, we've seen like the houses that they're in and just how tall the wall is.
Yeah.
With one sword swing, Shadow Weiss basically makes a skyscraper tall explosion.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn.
Yeah, Shadow Weiss is kind of a badass. Like, Ruby has immediate difficulty actually fighting her in any capacity, gets blown back, and she immediately yucks more of her coins.
Yeah. Also, just damn that fall that she takes. Like, look how high up she is.
Yeah, that did not look comfortable.
And ow.
Yep, ow. And she yucks them coins, makes a balloon ruby. Weiss murders the balloon ruby. Waste of a coin. That was not much of a distraction.
I don't think it was really needed.
Yeah, it seemed entirely unnecessary.
Although, Shadow Weiss could have been a lot closer. Ruby had no way of knowing.
It could have been a panic move. Now she's only got the one coin, and she's gonna use it to get the heck out of here.
I mean, yeah, that's what you have to do with the last coin.
And if you don't, then you're just trapped there forever, and that sucks. Anyway, Shadow Weiss finds her very easily. Probably because she's loudly talking to herself. Makes a jump for it, and credit time.
Yeah, that's a good way to end the episode.
They call that a cliffhanger in the business.
Yeah. I mean, this fight shows just how powerful Shadow Weiss is, how... Oh yeah, you know how competent Ruby is? Yeah, she's no match for her.
Nah, Shadow Weiss.
Yeah.
And the outro is different now.
Yeah, we get this shot of Weiss.
I like Weiss.
And then we get this shot of Blake, and there's all those storm clouds.
Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. Probably nothing.
We'll just have to wait and see.
It probably means nothing. And also Yang's here too, I guess. So, I'm glad that Ice Queendom finally had its first episode come out.
I mean, the first one isn't a recap.
So basically the first actual episode.
Yeah. You know, I kind of want to call out this shot of what... Is this meant to be, like, young Yang?
I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at.
Okay, go to, 2245.
2245. Oh yeah, it's like a Goldilocks Yang?
Yeah. It's just the thing
like legitimate?
It's just the thing that caught my eye was just the bow on the head.
Yeah, I bet it would.
And then just immediately shows Blake.
Man's upset. Yeah. It's a call. Yeah, and then it shows Weiss at the Ruby because of the hierarchy. Oh my god. Settle down.
There wasn't a lot of them in this episode, okay?
Yes, now you're all backed up. Any ding-dang way.
I really like this shot of all four of them, and it's like the sky through their uniform.
Yeah, that is a lot nicer. I like it a whole lot more than, you know, three of them going, like, facing off against Shadow Weiss, implying that, you know, it's the Ruby, Blake, and Yang show. Punching Evil Weiss. Yay! Blech. Don't like it. I don't like it! I like the episode, but I don't like it! Stop making Weiss evil. Stop doing that.
I mean, to be fair, I'd have the same thought if it was just, you know, shoe on the other foot if this were Evil Blake versus Team Ruby, and just be like,
Yeah, I was like, well, neat.
Also,
why you gotta do this to my girl?
Speaking of your girl, Ending title card of Shadow Weiss.
Oh, there she be.
Yeah. I don't know why, this looks like a mixture of Soul Eater and Kill the Kill.
Could be.
I don't know why, those are just the first two series that come to my mind when I see this art style.
I have absolutely no idea.
I like it.
Let's see. Hajime Ueda. Who is you? Hajime Ueda is a Japanese manga artist who created a 2-volume adaptation of the Japanese animated OVA series, FLCL, and the original manga, Kyuko-chan, the Earth Invader Girl. Alright, I'm unfamiliar, but neat.
Oh.
And I could omit this information, but instead I choose to include the fact that in the About section, he started his career as a doujinshi artist. Why does that happen so often?
I don't know.
Do you know what that is?
No.
It's porn.
Oh. I kind of assumed.
I mean, from context, yeah. Alright. Anyway, nice drawing, guy. Thank you for including it. And, yeah, there you go. Episode 4, or, as some smart people would call it, Episode 1 of Ice Queendom.
Yeah.
Now we just need the next one. And the next one, and the next one. Give them to me now.
Yeah, we have 4 and I believe... Hang on.
Alright. I'm hanging on.
I'm just double checking. Yeah, there's 12 episodes.
There's 12 episodes of Ice Queendom.
Yeah, so we're a third of the way there.
Alright then. A third of the way there, we're actually in the dream now. Woo! He's
And,
a vehicle.
Man, stuff's gonna go down.
Oh dang. And when your British friend says stuff's about to go down, generally, that means stuff goes down.
Yep, and there's gonna be some big moments for some of the characters.
Some of them, but not all of them. Can you guess who? I can't, because I don't have all the context.
Yeah. I mean, you know about one thing that is coming.
I do.
Because I couldn't keep my mouth shut about it.
Yeah, because you got problems.
But, we'll get to that eventually.
Eventually. Regardless of all that business, I liked the episode. It was a huge step up from the past one. It was a low bar, but they still made it better. And I feel like this is the actual stuff that they legitimately wanted to make, and I'm glad that they finally got to it. And we're seeing it, and things are good so far. Hopefully things stay pretty good. And, you know, some points, some good Weiss. I want to see her again. Who knows how long that'll take? Probably until the ending, but we'll see.
I mean, I
And
know.
good times. Yeah, you do know. And you're gonna stop talking. You're gonna shut your face.
See, this
Shut your face.
is also part of the reason I was putting off watching the sub, because I was just like, but
Shut your face.
these discussions and whether or not I was going to react to this, but I was terrified of copyright, so I probably wasn't going to do that anyway.
Shut your face.
I wanted to ask, what do you think of the Dream World?
I like it. It's very like I said, it's very Persona 5 Palace meets Alice in Wonderland. It's nice. I like it.
Meets Attack on Titan.
Your Attack on Titan. How am I supposed to compare something to something when I've never watched it? You.
Okay, true.
All right. I'm glad that you now understand. Anyway, I look if it. I think a good indicator of I'm enjoying this is I want the next episode already. Yeah.
Well, okay, time zones make this weird, but
You are a time zone. It's true.
for me, it's Friday at 2 in the morning.
It's Thursday, 6 p.m. for me.
Yeah, so next episode comes out Sunday about 2:30 for me.
2:30? Sounds like you need to go to the dentist.
Well, that's 2:30 in the afternoon.
I know, but did you get the joke? 2:30.
What does that have to do with dentists?
Tooth hurty.
Oh.
I'm wasting my best material on this guy. Oi!
Yeah, so next episode is coming out in a couple days by the time we're recording this.
Indeed.
I don't know when this will be up. I'll try and get it out, like, beforehand.
We'll see how it goes. Regardless, hopefully you got yourself some enjoyment out of our usual ramblings of the incredibly questionable style.
I mean, it's what we do.
It's all we do. It's how we roll. And if not, whatever. We had fun.
Yeah.
There you go. And we'll see you all very soon once again. Have yourself a good day.
Goodbye.
I'm tired!